the fucking army, man. It was like basic training. If you've seen Jarhead, you've seen my school in the Harry Valley Riding School. And no, you don't get a block to stand on to get on a fucking high hand horse. You fucking get on or you don't go. And if your saddle starts to, because you've got to hold on to the the face kind of an alien, the pommel, which is kind of like a rising hill over the top of the horse's sort of shoulders, but it can come with a sort of a knob that you can hold on to. But if you can't get on and your saddle starts to slide around, then that just means you haven't tightened the girth properly. Because when you ride properly, you don't just get on a fucking horse. You muck out first, okay? So you go into the fucking stable, you're assigned one of the horses, and some of the horses are fucking assholes. Okay, so you're trained how to not get kicked by a horse, but if you get kicked by a horse anyway, it's your fault. Everything is your fault. So there are lots of horses, especially in dressage, and of course in racing, or steeplechasing or whatever, in competitions where if you're the jockey even if you're not the jockey, because jockeys can change, you can basically walk around the hindquarters of the horse, and they do have a little bit of a sort of a strap thing down there, but I don't think it's assault and kicking. Generally speaking, if you don't make yourself acceptable to the fucking horse you're given, and honestly, some days you're given a pony that's about a day and a half away from the knackers, and I'm not kidding, the fucking knackers. They may as well just give it to the family to take home in the fucking back seat, because some of us were too. I don't think my parents were paying me home well money for my riding lessons. So what you had to do, like, you could never, like, if you ever walked behind a horse within, say, 3 feet and you got kicked, it's your fault. And whether or not those horses are shod, so what kind of injury you sustain, it's your fault. Everything is your fault. Everything is your fucking fault. So the way to go, and so you don't just, I don't know what happens in Cambridge. I think I've blocked out. I don't think I really managed to last very long with the lady with the cock in the hairnet. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got kicked out because she told my parents that I rode like a cowboy, and that I was not appropriate for that riding school. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, because that's the purpose behind my entire subsequent monologue. Yeah, so I was told, my parents were told, Caitlin rides like a cowboy. This is not to the standard of whatever riding school it was in Cambridgeshire. Because we lived in Cambridge, so Cambridgeshire is obviously a much larger region. Like, if you order a pizza that's 13 inches and then you can go up to 20 inches, you're gonna get a much bigger pizza than you think. So Cambridge is a lot bigger than you think. It's not just Cambridge. And so there would have been a lot of riding schools and I don't know what, but she wore fucking Nazi trousers. And actually, I'm going to backtrack and say it wasn't just a knob, but she was wearing a fucking swastika, and it was and an upside down cross, and it was on fire. And I think there were some black people on the head as well. My memory is coming back now.